Okie dokie. Alright. Let's see. Is this working? Alright. Okay, yeah, that's running. Okie dokie. Okay. That's weird. I wonder why it's not showing up. Amber. It's one. Oh, hey, one. Amber. It's one. Oh, hey, one. Okay, so audio is running. That's for sure. Here we go. Let me just make a note of. Can you hear me? Excellent. Very glad to hear it. Let me see. Okay. For now, let me see. Yeah, for now, I'm just gonna wait, see if anybody comes in. And just for a few minutes before I start. Dokie. Alright, 2 viewers. Hey, Mark. Oh my goodness. Duh. Hello. Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone. Okay, here we go. Okie dokie. Actually, let me take the background off real quick. Yoink. Okay, so how many viewers do we have? We have 3 viewers today. Oh, I can just say max. Okay. I wasn't like fully sure, so I just wanted to be sure. Okay. All right. Oh my god. Why is the stream so? Dokie. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got 3 viewers. I'm gonna wait a sec just to see if who else gets on, and then I'm gonna start. So, yeah, this is round 5. This is gonna be the last one of these YCHs I'm gonna be doing for the season. Like this is, I think like normally I would be doing at least like 2 of these per month, but I'm probably not going to be doing another one of these at least for a while. So this is the last one for October and potentially the season, because I wanted to do a seasonal one first after this. Let me see. All right, 4 people. Honestly, that's a pretty good start. Let's see. Let me just grab the refs I was sent real quick. Yeah, this one looks good. And yeah, this one too. These 2 look pretty good. So first person up is Binuki, who we're going to be working on today for their character here. Apologies if you end up hearing a bit of construction in the background. They've been doing that for like ever now. Okay. Let me just delete some of these like sidebars so I have a little more space. Oh, I reversed it. I was so confused what I did for a sec. There we go. Okay, let me put the stream on my other monitor real quick. The wild construction ride never ends still? Yeah, no, they're still doing it. Makes sense. Cats were fighting a mantis and they lost. How? Oh, goodness. My sympathies to the cats. Fuck, sorry. Won't be staying long, but I just want to say hi and hope you have a great day and stream. Thank you, Ari. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's just gonna be. It might be a long one. It might be a quick one. Honestly, it depends how many people take streams and such. They're trying to fix traffic by adding one more road, one more lane, guys. Come on, just one more lane. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think I have everything ready to start. Yes, I can hear you. Fighting minutes. Last proof cancel do this. Still, wild construction never ends. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, just one more lane. Promise we'll fix it for good. Yeah, just one more lane. Okay, let me lower that down a bit. So, we're starting with Bianuki's character. It shouldn't be too crazy just to start off with, and then, like I said, we'll see how many other slots come in through the day. I'm probably going to keep streaming until, like, I don't know, a couple hours maybe. Let's see what happens. Alright, so, getting started. Luckily, the commissioner gave a pretty, just one more destroyed residential district. Jeez. Yeah, I can imagine. And I'm sorry to hear that. It always sucks when they do stuff like that. Here we go. Oof, these angles are always like kind of tough for string style bikinis and such. So the commissioner left a pretty direct thing. They said they wanted this character to have like her like iconic look, which is this like red bikini thing that she's always wearing. So I'm gonna go with that. So I'm not gonna stray too far from the design here. Here we go. Perfect. And just clean that up a bit. I might squash that actually. Just make that a little larger and fix the angle. Alrighty then. Here we go. And then I think, ooh, this is actually a little tougher than I was expecting. Like this, I think. Their fit trademark, yeah. This seems to be the outfit this character wears the most, which honestly I don't mind. It makes this one a little bit easier. I do like doing original designs, like a lot, but I definitely like just kind of shutting my brain off and being like, okay, they just want this. That's also pretty nice sometimes. Here we go. Hang on, I'm just gonna not piss off the sensor real quick. Okay, let me see. Fair, fair, fair. Yeah, sometimes I just like turning my brain off. Love it when they fix a road that's been ruined for years, slow one-lane traffic for 4 weeks, only for the fix to be destroyed next month over. Yeah. I feel like I've heard so much like anger about construction that it's like the same story everywhere at this point. Not to say that it's like it's just like I feel like construction is like the same everywhere on Earth. Like it just sucks. Because it's really loud here. There's a lot of construction where I live. Well, to be fair, there's always been a lot of construction where I live. It's always just kind of there. I've gotten used to it by now. Like, I just don't really think about it anymore. Okay, so here we go. So she does have a bit of fluff there. So I'm going to add that right in there. But on a different subject, actually. How's everybody doing today? Oh, her neck is kind of fluffy. I didn't notice that. Like trains, let me destroyed these 500-year-old trees in one car with one person can use it under construction since 1868. Right, right. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, dude. And you're okay. That's always good to hear. Likewise, good to hear from you, Max. Doing alright, sleepy day. Yeah, it got warm super, super, super fast. I don't know what's up with that. I think the temperature just spiked and it's like really snoozy all of a sudden. Okay, I don't think her shoulders are that fluffy, actually, just very slightly. I guess the lower part of like the bikini bottom, I think can stay kind of how it is. Like it's kind of already the shape it needs to be for this. The water level is low here. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. The head is gonna be a bit of a challenge. Actually, no, it shouldn't be too hard. Never mind. What am I talking about? I swear it keeps getting cool and you're like, okay, now it's fall, and then it gets hot again. Yeah, literally. Could run out of water. Oh, jeez. Hopefully it's not too bad, dude. Gosh. Is it like a water tower or is it like just like well, like a well thing? In the ground. The groundwater. Well, well, well. How's her hair look again? Okay, she's got like this overbang and her muzzle is kind of like a bit blunt, I think is the right way to put it. It's definitely a lot like boink and like that. I was thinking of streaming Ottawa River is low as fuck. Oh shoot. On top of an aquifer. Oh yeah, you were mentioning this. There we go. So they did say they wanted her expression to be really confident. I luckily live in the middle of nowhere, so our aquifers use like maybe a few hundred people tops. Ooh, that's good to hear. Quite lucky. There we go. Admittedly, a lot of those people are farmers who use a whole lot, but it's not super dry up here. Honestly, yeah, that's totally fair, given the circumstances. Either way, though, it's glad to hear that you've got plenty of water, though. How's her hair look? It's definitely, like, longer here. Yeah, so it comes down like this. There we go. Water levels keeps the well filled. It's also naturally filtered, but if the river is getting... I don't think the river is getting dry. I mean, the Ottawa River always has tons of stuff in it, but gosh, I hope everything's alright for you, Max. I'm sure it'll rain pretty soon. It's been raining a lot here, so... There we go. Okay. That looks a bit peculiar. What's up with that? Oh, I see. Yeah, here's hoping. Mm-hmm. Should be fine. Well, ideally so, yeah. Okay, and her ears are kind of more like this. There we go. Okay, I think her hair is good. like this. Let me see, was there any... I sent the reference up on FA. Let me go check that. Where are my notes? Has it got to be around here somewhere? There we go. Okay, so... Okay, her hair isn't actually covered. Yeah, I could probably fix that. Let me do that real quick. Okie dokie. Anybody play any good games recently? I've been meaning to... Oh, I definitely gotta stream Repo sometime. I've been playing a lot of that. Okay, I think her eyes are good. Battlefield 6, Fox. Yeah, I've heard it's really good from a lot of people. I stopped playing after 5. I actually liked 5 quite a bit. They just kind of wasted it, I think. It's a shame. Ooh. Damn, actually, I think this is pretty much done. Like, I think she's pretty solid here. Just get her tail in before I forget that. Excellent. Battlefield 1, my beloved. Yeah. DICE absolutely has to make sure Battlefield 6, like, does amazingly, because they've kind of just been really on, like, a not great streak right now. Is she wearing anything? No. She does have some claws. I might add that in. Just for fun. Erase this real quick, and I think we're good. Okay, just gonna erase all the lines. Yeah, okay, damn. This one was way quicker than I was expecting. She has a super sweet design though. I like how, like, kind of distinct her color palette is. It's pretty simple, just like 4 colors. It's nice. There we go. Okay, her hair definitely needs some detail. I'm gonna fix that real quick. But do the lines work? Yeah, the lines are fine. The lines are a-oh good. Okay, perfect. Let me just drop that there. All they had to do for 2042 is just remake BF4. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with 2042. Honestly, I don't know what the hell is up with that. I've been revisiting Starbound. It's been a nostalgia trip. Oh yeah, you were talking about that the other day. I really have been meaning to get back into Starbound, like just to play it. Periodically, I'll look at it, I'll like give it a glance, and I'm like, oh, should I play this again? And I'll play it for like 5 minutes, and then I'll just completely forget to continue. But I actually do really, 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 really want to get back into it because the modding scene is like huge. Like the modding scene for Starbound is kind of nuts, especially with heavier related stuff, I guess is the right way to put that. Here we go. God, yeah, the mods are nuts. Credit where it's. I kind of want to make a Starbound mod someday. I don't even know what the software like uses as like a language. The mods make the game at this point. Yeah, Starbound is very much like one of those games like Hearts of Iron, where it's like literally the only reason people get the game is to play the mods, I think. Yeah, let me give her a slightly more curious expression. There we go. Glog, hello, I'm here too. Hi. Hey, Glog. Ooh, it's just Lua. I've messed around with mods, including the one you're alluding to, but I never made my own. Hehe. Oh, that's totally fair. Is it just Lua? Is it really? That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be actually. I thought it was gonna be like some proprietary code or some ridiculous thing like that. Those are words. Oh yeah, it's a Lua is just like a coding thing. I know Gmod uses a lot of Lua. It's great. Yeah. I wish I was better with code. I've always kind of not been great with code. Like I can read it usually, but I can't really write it super well. Yes, it's great. Damn, go in a call for 10 minutes and it's already so good. What's up? Oh, thank you. Oh, you mean the piece. Thank you. Hell of a good work. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, this one I kind of got lucky here because the character's design isn't like too in depth. Plus, Open Starbound exists with open source version based on the source code. Oh, fair enough. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, luckily this character wasn't like super complicated, so I can actually spend a bit more time detailing. But honestly, I think this is pretty much done, and I can just move straight to color. I'm gonna ask if the commissioner likes it, of course. Actually, real quick, this should be like this. And the thumb should be carrying over a little bit. There we go. And just for fun, a few like clothing folds on the chest. Just to give it some depth. And then I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, the character's not too nuts, which I appreciate, because I love doing complex characters, but like, man, it can be a lot sometimes. Put some shading there. Ooh, actually, I really like how her hair came out. I think her hair looks really nice. Alright, perfect. Actually, no, it doesn't need that. Yeah. No, I get you for sure, Mark. If I was actually good at code, I would be doing so many different projects. I just suck at coding. I'm terrible. I've had a lot of stuff like in mind, not too nuts that can be argued. I appreciate that. All right, let me see what the commissioner thinks real quick. I know they're not. I don't think they're available right now. I think they're outside. They mentioned they were going to be a little busy. Okay. This is effectively just unbeaten. Oh, hey, dude. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness, there's like 6 or 7 people on now. You're making her look. Ah, oh my goodness, thank you. Is this good so far? Because if this is good, I can just move straight to the colors. I can only stay for a minute, but yeah, love it so far. Perfect. I'm very glad to hear that. Damn, did the resolution just go down like a... There we go. I don't know what the hell was up with that. Alright, perfect. I'll continue with her. Color shouldn't take too long. I should be just like maybe like 10-20 minutes. Right. So let me add in the red. Thank goodness. This was like the perfect character to start off with. This is like a really nice kind of like a very clean design to kind of get with. No worries. I usually work pretty fast anyway. Here we go. And then just let me clean that up a little bit. There we go. And yeah, perfect. I'm gonna shift the red a little bit with a slight gradient because everyone here knows literally half of what I do is just gradients. Get that a little more purple, yeah. Ooh, maybe more. Ooh, gradients, yeah. Literally, literally half of what I do is just gradients. And make that slightly more purple. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Also, Mark, I hope you have your idea ready because you're up next. Ooh, actually, I want to try something. Let's see if this works. Because I've considered using this technique to just shade in like complicated areas. Like, what if I just... I've never done this before. What if I just do this and then I just cut out the part where it isn't? Does that work? I've always wondered if I could just do this because it would save me a ton of time. And here. Damn, okay, that does work really well. I don't know why I never did that before. Because in the past, usually to color in like really complex spots, I'd go one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and like that would take time, and then I'd have to clean it up. But like, I was just thinking, like, what if I just like, yoink, like you could just do that, and it works just fine. Yoink, and then you just kind of fill in the spots that you're not really gonna have colored in, and like, Bob's your uncle. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Why didn't I do that like forever ago? All right, perfect. Okay, well, her hair is definitely getting a gradient. Not red. Ooh. Oh, I really like that actually. It blends like perfectly with her hair, I think. It blends perfectly with the shade of her top, yeah. So I believe she's a corgi, just based on what I can see. Thank you guys, yeah. It's honestly really fun to do, like when you figure out stuff like that that just saves you a ton of time in drawing. Like it's really neat. It's a nice little technique. Okay, so it goes over. She's an Akita. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. That's why the tail is like that. Because if it was a corgi, the tail would be further down. Okay, that makes sense. Duly noted. Here we go. I'm a little confused because she's a corgi. I think it's the shade of like kind of orangey yellow that's like on her fur. Just a guess. I think it's that. But honestly, I think she looks sweet. Husky, I don't see though. I think husky is a bit of a reach. I don't know how people could confuse her for a husky. Every husky I've seen has a very distinctive face shape. She does not have. But yeah, no, now that she mentioned she's an Akita, I definitely see it more, especially in like the eye shape that she has. Tail is the best artist I'm watching him. Thank you, one. I really appreciate it. It's always very sweet when you say stuff like that. Does it go over her fingers? Yes, it does. It does actually. Let me do that. So I don't have a speedy little technique for this sort of thing. Them. I don't mind. Either or is just fine. Okay. I appreciate it, but you're also a really cool one. Gosh. Thank you guys. I'm very flattered. Here we go. Okay. That should be relatively good. And because this side is pretty much just looking at her there, I can just do this, and this should actually ease up a decent amount of time. Yeah, okay. I think that's correct, more or less. And then there's a bit of fluff. There's like a tuft here, so I'm gonna have to erase manually. So yeah, this part of the tuft is kind of orange. And that spreads out a wee bit. Truth Nuke. My god, I haven't heard Truth Nuke in a while. Literally yesterday, I was getting on the train with a friend, and I was sarcastically talking about... Have you guys seen the niche meme thing? Girls with a bit of belly fat. Honestly, I feel like recently, like, pudgier characters have become very popular. Like, especially in the last couple years, I've noticed. Like, plumper characters are generally pretty popular. Well, that might be entirely biased. Comes out without fat, I throw it away. Oh my goodness. That might be biased just because of the... Oh my goodness, one. But just because of the, like, the spheres I'm in. But, like, generally speaking, I've noticed that I think heavier characters are a little more... People are waking up. Okay. Might also be my bias too. Yeah, it could be that. but I feel like generally people are more chill with like heavier characters. If not like mainstream popular, definitely more popular than before. Spheres of influence. I want to hold it. Yeah, you and me both. Here we go. Okay, so I think this is good. I'm going to give a gradient to her color, and then I'm going to add in the dialogue, and then that should be done. So Mark, here's hoping you have an idea. But if you don't, we can work through it together. Don't worry. Actually, no, I'll check that later. Oh, Jesus. Let me see. Does that come in on stream? Let me hear that. Together, don't worry. Actually, no, I'll check that later. Oh, Jesus. Let me see. Does that come in on... Okay, I think they've stopped. Or they're going to start in like 2 seconds. Okay. 50-50 chance. Let's see. Let's see what happens. That was so loud. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my goodness. That was actually like deafening. So my floors were like shaking a little bit. Oh, that's kind of nuts. But yeah, oh my goodness. That was nuts. Oh wait, actually, are her claws like... No, they're like normal colored. Okay. So the same color as her fur. Yeah, it sounded like it was in the same room as you. It's nuts. It's so loud. Okay, so what they're doing essentially is they're like replacing the walls of the building I live in from the outside. And because the entire building is made of like concrete, all the vibration travels. So like it is so loud that like you can actually like sometimes it literally sounds like it's right beside me. So I think if I was measuring it, it would be something like how much is 80 decibels? Like what's hang on, decibel reference chart. I'm trying to think of what the equivalent of it would be. I'm actually really used to loud noises. Jengering, are they jengering my building? Not quite, but like it sometimes it feels like it. So like I'm super used to loud noises at this point. I know the feeling I can't stand loud construction, neither can my dog. God, yeah, I can imagine. Like I said, I'm really used to it at this point. Um, but like, man, the other day it was just so loud. Okay, so like the closest thing I think I can compare it to is like, imagine if a hair dryer was just running in the same room as you for like an hour straight. It's like 90 decibels ish. It's pretty loud. Uh, so like when I was like the other day when it was really bad when they were I think like they were like digging holes in the wall. I just had to leave. It was just so damn loud. But yeah, I think they stopped for now. For now. Who knows about later? I'll give her a slightly yellowed sheen here, I think. Yeah, slightly less saturated. No, that doesn't look quite right. Ooh, wait. Yeah, like this. This is perfect, I think. This is exactly what I was thinking of. The hair dryer, it's in the walls. Oh no. Yeah, no, it gets nuts sometimes. Like I said, I'm used to noise, but this is insane sometimes. It's in the walls. Okay. Back to the subject at hand, though. Let me get to coloring her a wee bit. Yeah, back to what matters in life. Shotgun noises. Let's see. I think actually blue might be good for her background. Cause it'd give like a kind of summery vibe. Your damn hair can never let its guard down. Yeah, no, it's super loud. Like when it's loud, it's loud. Ooh, I really like this actually. I like this look. That's very well balanced, actually. I like that. And then I think this color, yeah, this should be this color. There we go. So, Amber's hair is very fluffy. It's I only saw it once, so yeah, my hair is kind of a mess sometimes. Okay, so B actually left behind, I think, the dialogue. Let me see. Let me check for it. I know it's around here somewhere. Wehehe, yeah, my hair can get a little messy for sure. So B left the dialogue for me to check out. This is just my size and style. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Let's see. So this is B Nuki. All right. Let me think. How am I gonna organize that? Think. Oh, okay. I have an idea. It's the text size that's gonna be a problem. Oh, like more reference sheets? I just got a haircut and I miss my long hair already. Oof, yeah, I getcha. I had to cut my hair for the summer because it was really hot. And it's finally starting to grow back. But it's really taken its time. Okay, so they left the dialogue here. Let me grab this real quick. Getting a haircut after MFF. Oh yeah, totally. Like having longer hair, but I also don't like having to do stuff. And long hair, so no one bats an eye. Got number since I cut it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, long hair is one of those things where it's like, especially as a guy, if you don't maintain it, it just kind of doesn't look super good, which is annoying. Aw, my sympathies, dude. You have to like, yeah, you have to like style it right. Like it has to look like, it has to be a certain style. I can't explain it. If it doesn't like, you generally, the way it works is like you kind of look at the face shape that you have and you try to get something that reflects that shape or like makes it kind of highlighted in a way. But generally, yeah, you gotta style your hair a bit if it's long. That's also kind of why I cut my hair. I was getting lazy. I was just like, I don't have time for this. Plus, I was in the middle of my thesis, so. Oh, I see. Okay, I know how to do this now. I know how to emphasize this text. Okay, let's see. Either way, though. Yeah. Like this. And then. Oh, for God's sake, they're doing it again. 1 second. Okay, I think the audio is back now. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Ugh, the construction is super annoying. I've been dealing with it for like a month or two now. It's pretty nuts. Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm routinely the best dressed person in a room. I work at a small uni. Oh, sick. Yeah, I'm back, guys. Hey. Oh man. Also, I was reading the chat. Man, one, I'm really sorry to hear that kind of stuff happens to you. I can't imagine that sort of thing is ever easy to deal with. Plus, especially if you're like doing something that you're just like having fun with friends with, and then like somebody decides to be a little nuts, called Silverhand at FurCons. Do you look like Johnny Silverhand? Either way, though, one, I'm just glad to hear you're doing all right. After all this, these streams are just like, they're a place to relax and have fun after all. Where did, where did that go? Oh, that's so weird. Why did that disappear? Well, but the sweater game, I genuinely have over 100 neckties now. I have a aviator's samurai brown jacket. I think so. One time a guy in... Oh my god. Oh, geez, one. Dude, are you sure? Like, everything's alright? Like... Oh, man. Here we go. Let's get the eyes in. Okay, the text I'm having a bit of complications with. Okay, I can't really do dark text on this because that's just not going to work. I could try going with orange. Damn, what I need is contrast. Yellow definitely works. Like, if I was gonna go with contrast, I'd just make it like a lime green, but I need it to be in theme with the character, the orange and the white. It's like this. Hang on. It certainly works. Oh, they might start the construction again. Get you're wanting to make the writing more legible. Yeah, it's a trick of the back like green and the meshing with the character's color as well. With the blue that actually doesn't look too bad. Slightly more saturated. What do you think of the blue? Yeah, I think this looks really good. I think I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to make the white slightly more orange, a bit warmer, and I think that's perfect. There we go. Alrighty. So I think that's done. This is Binukis. That's really nice. Thank you. Super glad so. Okay, perfect. Alright, I think we're good. Send that with the green too. Nice touch. Thank you. Alright, I think we're good. All right, I'm just gonna export this. I'm gonna send it over to B, and then I can get started on the next one. And perfect. So this is Binuki. Excellent work. Underscore B. Round5. Okay, there we go. Just gonna export all these files. Oh, of course, dude. It was a pleasure to do this one. This was definitely a really good one to start off the day with. And then one with the no effects. Lensic, very pretty. Oh, hey, dude. Pleasure to have you here. Watching Amber playing Project Zomboid. Nice. There we go. All right, I'm gonna send it over to you on Discord, and feel free to. Oh my goodness. Well, here comes the construction again. Let's see how bad it is before I turn off the audio. Blessed, rather. Well, I'm really flattered that all of you guys really love watching my streams so much. It seriously means a ton to me. At the end of the day, I want these streams to just be a place where people can like relax and just be chill, you know? It's the industrial vibrator again, yeah. Let's see how loud it gets, because they might just stop in like, I don't know, like a minute or two. Love watching these. It's Godzilla at it again, oh my goodness. I try to keep the excessively lewd references down to a minimum, because I don't know how strict YouTube is with the chat, generally speaking, but if it was willing to strike me down for just using audio from like a random song, who the hell knows how strict YouTube can be. But either way. Okay, actually that's not so bad. Yeah, okay, that isn't too bad, it seems. Alright, perfect. So, Binuki's is done. And now I think I can move to Mark's. I've seen way worse live chats. Okay, duly noted. Yeah, way worse. Either way, I'd prefer not to make this way worse, just generally speaking. I prefer to have a stream where everyone's just, you know, like, calm and relaxed. It's like a nice place to draw and whatnot. Speaking of which, Mark is up next. Let me see. Oh, hang on. Don't worry. No, I appreciate it, thank you. We are a family-friendly family. Nah, it's just like, you know how it is. Marking while vibing. Oh, too much to cause trouble, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna chart for this character because therein lies the issue. Oh, totally, no worries. I'll give you a second to think about it, Mark. In the meantime, I'm gonna check to see if anybody else has like gotten any, like made any comments on some of the slots. But if that doesn't work out, then like if I don't see anyone else there, then I can just talk to you about the idea and then we can go over it together. Oh my goodness, you can send hearts like that. I didn't know you could do that. Sounds good. Perfect. All right, let me just check out, see if there's any comments that have been left behind on anything. Okay. Yeah, nothing over Twitter. Anything on Blue Sky? Nope. Okay. FA? No, okay. Yeah, for me, these streams are mostly just about relaxing, like a place to like take your mind off things after like a stressful day, because I definitely know once I inevitably probably start working retail again, it'll be nice to just do these and not have to think too hard about stuff. Okie dokie. Oh, so you sent the character. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm always nervous enough with the references I have to the character reminders on YouTube, but that's up to you. My Raptor's a rather new character. It's all been on the bigger end. I'm sorry. Dude, these references are so good. Dude, Mark, dude, Jimbo did a super good job on these. These look great. I can see a couple of these that would be perfectly fine for YouTube. I think I'll just use those. But I love Raptor characters. They look great. ADHD brains like this makes sense. It's been super chill. Glad so. Yeah, for me, the main goal is just to make these streams like just generally like relaxing, like just something to do. Like you don't really have to think too hard. Just like chill. Dude, yeah, no, Jimbo did awesome. Okay, hang on, let me read the chat real quick. It's in Hearts on Stream. Yeah, yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. You want more like you want art of your character that's a bit more like, just like safe for work, that sort of thing. Sounds good. My ADHD brain's like this. Well, I'm super glad. Thank you. Makes sense. It's been super chill. It's nice to listen to this while working on my senior seminar presentation. I'd be tweaking my brains out otherwise. Oh, well, I'm super glad to hear that you guys are really enjoying these. I like doing them because it's nice to just kind of talk on stream, like ambiently. I like talking, and just not have to worry about stuff too much. I'm pretty sure I used to listen to Amber while doing the muscle training. No, that's chill. I'm really flattered. Thank you. My senior seminar. Beloathed. Man, I remember. Thank you for all the hearts, by the way, guys. I really appreciate that. But yeah, no, I remember when I was doing my thesis, I had to just like tune everything out because thesis was nuts. It was like 2 to 3 months of work. Gas laws and kinetic molecule. Jeez. Okay, well that's a little more complicated than what I was doing, but oh my goodness, my sympathies, dude. That is ruthless. I was not smart enough to go into STEM. I'm most definitely not intelligent enough to do gas laws and kinetic molecular theory. But man, that is seriously impressive. Just the best one protein ever. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, uh, just to be clear, Mark, Amber is just the best whey protein. Thank you, one. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the compliments, but it's all good. Don't worry. Can't do it. Uh, okay. So Mark, So, I'm going over the refs. Everything looks good. I just have one question. Do you want me to do an do you want me to do an original outfit for this character, or do you have something in mind? Because if it's an original fit, I'd be going with, like the whole Jade moniker and whatnot. So what are you looking for? It's like, what do you have in mind? Definitely original? Okay, perfect. Do you have a general theme you have in mind, or do you just want me to completely go off of what my imagination creates? Let's see. Dokie, I think I can think of a couple ideas that I have in mind. I had one particular reference that I had in mind for a general theme, but I can't find it. Like, if you just tell me the vibe and the color, I can go from there. If you had an idea coming to you, by all means. I definitely have something in mind I think could look really nice. Okay, let me drop in the references here real quick while I got them. So I know for sure this one could do it. I definitely have to get more art of Qt too. I haven't really been getting any commissions lately because I've kind of just been doing art full time, like with the Patreon and everything. Uh, it's definitely, it's doing a lot better than I expected. That's for sure. But at this rate, I'm probably just gonna end up having to go back to retail. But honestly, I don't mind that too bad. Retail was all right. Is there any other? Yeah, I'll use this one. I think this one should be fine for YouTube. Okay. Oh, that is very big. There we go. I'll have to shrink that down a little. Perfect. Okay. Uh. Ooh, yeah, straight off the bat, I have a pretty good idea. I do not miss retail at all. Oh, heavens. Ooh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta do videos about my retail stories. There was some pretty fun stuff when I was working retail. It's good. You're getting somewhere at least, but blah, retail. Yeah, I'll put it this way. My current plan is basically like this. So in real life, I'm a designer, essentially. I do a lot of graphic design. I do that sort of thing. Studios just aren't really hiring right now. So my current plan is basically like I promised myself even before this. I was like 1 year for 1 year I'm going to do art. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to see if it goes anywhere. If I can, just like make a living off of it, and if it works out for me, I'm going to stick to doing art. Sorry, I'm going to stick to doing art full time. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of stories, that sort of thing I really want to do. And if this works out, like I mean, if it gets enough support, then sure, I'll be I'll be definitely continuing this. But if it's a little tougher, like the short version, the short of it is just profitability. Like if it's profitable enough, I can keep doing this. If it's not, at some point there's going to be less art, there's going to be less streams, and I'm probably going to have to keep going back into retail and that sort of thing because just generally studios aren't really hiring right now. It's just like not a great economy. You know how it is. I don't really like talking about that stuff too much, but it is what it is. And I'm still going to make it work no matter what, but definitely the number of these things is going to go down. So yeah, genuinely like all the support that I've been getting for this stuff is really lovely. Thank all of you for this. Like it's been a huge help. It's been a ton of fun. And like even if it doesn't really go anywhere, I've had a lot of fun with these. Let me read this. I get it. You're getting somewhere at least, but why retail? Yeah, no, I actually kind of miss retail. I was I was promoted to supervisor after like 2 weeks because like everybody else got fired, and I was basically managing the store sometimes. But it was crazy. I have a lot of stories. I had to go in at 4 a.m. one time to unload the truck. Yeah, no, I definitely get what you mean. I also had to get up at like ass in the morning because I was the one who had unloading duty for shipment days. So I totally get what you mean. Yes, you defo seem like you're overflowing with creative ideas. Thank you. Uh, yeah, no, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mark. Oh my goodness. That's very sweet of you to say, gosh. Okay, hang on, I'm getting distracted. I should start drawing before my brain completely shuts off. But yeah, no, I have a. Yeah, no, I mean, like, if I gotta go back to retail, I'll go back. Like, it is what it is, you know? Definitely the best way to support my work, though, if you guys are interested, is to subscribe to the Patreon, because that's, like, passive, and I don't have to be working too hard, like, if it's coming in like that. What? Oh, fair. Sadly, glad you're getting the support, though. Yeah, no, I can't complain. It's been very nice. What if I had monies? Regardless, I appreciate the thought, guys. Okay, let me think. Color, dun dun dun. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, actually, Mark, I have two ideas. Do you want to see futuristic or do you want to see more like from the like Bronze Age? Like what do you think? Are we thinking ancient Athens or are we thinking like Star Trek? Like what are we thinking? What do you want? Because I have two ideas and I think both could be really good, but I can't choose. Honestly, futuristic sounds like it'd be fun. Done. All right, we're going with futuristic. Okay, so first things first. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fit the head in. I think I can see a way. Yeah, I can see it. Uh, you know what? I think I'm gonna start with the outfit first. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the outfit first. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I have an idea in mind. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me change my audio mixing on OBS real quick, just so I can listen to some music. Because this idea kind of has me in a bit of a mood. I'm gonna cook with this one. Futuristic, yes. All right, we're going with that. Okay, perfect. That's not picking up. All right, let's go. I'm gonna start cooking with this one. Shit, that's on the wrong layer. All right, I have a good idea for this one. Yeah, okay, okay. You also see the vision here. You know exactly where I'm going with this. So I'm thinking of opalizing this one a little bit. I'm not sure if I can do pearlescent or opalescent looks, but I'm gonna try. Think I can see an ooh. Yeah, I have an idea for this. I really want to try. Dude, it's I have like the perfect song playing for this too. This is so catchy. Let me get this on. Get this kind of scale looking. Hmm. Try this. Yeah, let me know what song that is too. Okay, this is gonna sound like the most like corporatocracy thing ever, but like I'm actually listening to I Ain't Worried by One Republic. It's been stuck in my head for the past like God knows how many days. But it's like it's kind of like the perfect song for this like mood that I have. Here we go. I have this kind of fabric look that I have in mind that I want to try that I haven't really had an opportunity to do before. Hang on. Should be a little cleaner actually. Hmm. I have like this idea for it's like hang on. I'm so locked in for this one because whenever I do unique designs, I'm thinking like so hard what I want it to look like. So I'm thinking some kind of really like high-end, really fancy activewear that would probably have a different look than this. No, 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 no. This would look different for sure. Something like this. Might be a little smoother than this actually. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Maybe. What am I thinking? Ooh, ooh. Okay, wait. I think I know. It's fun seeing when you get locked in with the designs. Yeah, I'm like thinking about this hard, like how this is gonna look. Maybe. Think, 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 think. Just out of curiosity, let me check something real quick. How did Prey do these suits? It was lined and then it was seamed over and they had zippers. Okay. Okay, I get it now. No, I understand now. I got an idea. I got an idea. Okay. So the trick is actually to go with hang on. Like this, like that, and then cross seam like this. I'm thinking something kind of spacey, but I don't quite know what. I like the idea that maybe your character, since they're a raptor, was probably like kind of like the lore is like, oh, kind of almost like a genetic engineering thing, and they were like brought back in a way. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not gonna attach lore to your character at the end of the day. Like it's your character, but like I had this neat little idea I thought I wanted to try, where it's like kind of this futury look, and it kind of insinuates a little more at play. Uh, Something like this maybe. Collar. The collar is always the tough part. Let me think. I'm always a sucker for those seams at the end. Yeah, I love them. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. Okay, let me think. Collar, 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 collar. Damn. Ooh, wait, no. I know, I know, I know. I know exactly how to make this. I think I know exactly how to make this. Damn, okay, this is really confusing. How... Oh, wait, no, no, no. I think I'm on the right track here. This is how my design process usually goes. When I have something I'm like kind of sure about, but I'm not too sure about, it's like very... You kind of just have to play with it until it works. But I think I know where I want this to go, because the neck is definitely a big part of your character, so I want to kind of accentuate that a little bit. Also, very, very biased for characters with long necks, as you can see. So it's this shape I kind of have to exaggerate a little bit. Generally, anything with curves. Ooh, wait, I think I know. What if instead of like a traditional bra or bikini, it actually wraps around the entire thing specifically just to make it more comfortable? And so this would actually kind of be like reinforced a little bit. Like the shape would be reinforced, and then there would be some kind of support structure, I guess. It's the only way I can think of that. Because this character is definitely a little heavier, so they would probably need a bit more support. Something like this, maybe. And I want it to look organic, I think. Organic, but still kind of clean. I don't know how I feel about that. I have spots. Yes, so, I have a soft spot for Raptors Dragons because of the long neck. Yeah, I'm 100% biased for the long neck. 100% as well. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Something like this, maybe. Ooh, okay, I like this, I think. And then this is like a clip at the end. Something like this, maybe. And of course flaps at the bottom because I'm extremely biased for this as well. I think these are called folds, actually. They're normally supposed to go over the thighs, I believe, but in this case, I am just kind of winging this design. Really locked in for this one. I do like those two, yeah. I like them a lot. I definitely don't see them much in modern clothing anymore, which is a shame because they do look really nice. I'm gonna go with some of the spots to kind of give this like, I don't know if that, no, that doesn't really give what I'm looking for, I think. I'm not sure. Hang on. A lot of this is just you mess around with it until it looks right. Ooh, integrated choker idea. What if it's like the choker is like a big part of like the maybe this like species like clothing, so it's like in perfect view with some kind of light emitting crystal, I suppose. Very much fun, yeah. Like the choker is like a big part of this design. Uh, ooh, okay. And then for the lower half, I'm thinking pockets of something on the side here, like some kind of strap of some sort. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have an idea here. Just out of curiosity, what it would look like this. No. Very fun. Yeah, I really like this little detail down here. Okay, here we go. Like a little emblem on the chest. Oh, I really like this actually. I like this a lot more. Ooh, and then maybe there's like a ooh. Okay. So what if the hoodie was transparent? What if there is a hoodie? Because I like that this character has like a hoodie in a lot of these. So what if the hoodie is like the opalescent part that I was talking about? What if the hoodie is the transparent part? Let's try that. Try and make this look more like a hood. Yeah, okay. I also think this would be a really good detail. I'm gonna go with that. Let me see. It's just the shape that I'd have to get right. That's the tough part. Because especially with an angle like this, it's kind of a hard shape to do. Hang on. Maybe like this. That's a little better. So because it's opalized, you'd actually be able to see the neck through it. So it'd be kind of going like this. The heavier shade under here. Ooh, okay. I really like how this is coming out. Okay. I think that's ooh. Okay. I really like this. Okay, I'm really starting to like this now. Ooh, maybe it's like a reverse hoodie almost, like the warm part is on the inside and then the outside part would be some kind of external wear, which means the opalescent part of the hoodie would actually come down over here as like a form of fabric. And then maybe there's even like a zipper underneath too, just for fun. This character's like a fan of like antiquated stuff, so it's like the zipper would be there and that's like a piece of old world technology maybe. Okay, so it'd actually be bending outwards like this, I think. Yeah, I like the idea of like a character who likes vintage stuff, maybe, where it would be like a hoodie. Ancient zipper tech, yeah. And then the zipper would be down here. Actually, it kind of looks good without the zipper. We'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm so locked in for this design. I want to make this really unique. Let's see, let's try this. Some good anachronism. Yeah, for sure. Here we go. Really, really locked in for this one. I'm actually really enjoying this. I don't often get to do futuristic stuff. Oh, I'm really glad so, dude. Damn. Let me put in some dark there. Question, Mark, what's your favorite number? Favorite letter, favorite number. Oh, so cool. Thank you, Glug. Favorite number, favorite letter, Mark. What is it? I need to know. Definitely 3. Okay, we're going with 3. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, wait, no, it should be this side, actually. 3. 3H. Okay, done. I'm going to mark this down for later. .3H. Yeah, this is Mark's character. Maybe the H would be a bit lower, maybe, like here. Ooh. I really like this. I really, really, really like this so far. This is like exactly the kind of aesthetic I like for a character. I've never been so enthused to put the detailings that I actually put them before I'm done the line art. Like this is a first for me. I really like doing this. This is super fun. Okay. I know. Thank you. I mean, I studied typography, so that's definitely some of that coming out right there. And then like a bit of the sleeve is coming out too, maybe. No, don't worry at all. I'm having a ton of fun. Yeah, no, so like I said, in real life I'm a designer. So typography, no, it's not stupid at all, don't worry. So in real life I'm a designer. I obviously never studied it, but I love typography. It's super fun. Like without a doubt, it's a ton of fun. So yeah, graphics major, yes. So in real life I'm a designer, graphic designer. which is probably going to explain a couple things about the way I do some of my stuff. But I studied for this stuff. Like I have a degree in it, and just generally speaking, I love doing it. It's really fun. My main thing is illustration at the end of the day. But yeah, I went for graphic design. I do that sort of thing. And for context, typography is essentially just the study of type. So it's like, um, let's say you have a word. Oh, this is backwards. Whoops. It's like, let's say you have a word, or you have words. Let me get a basic font, Arial. So you have words. A studied, practiced it almost 3 years at my current company. Hey, that's pretty sick. It's glad to hear you found work. I haven't found any studio work anywhere, so I'm just doing art mostly. It looks good. Thank you, Max. Definitely like your affinity to your text and designs over the years. So yeah, so just briefly for context before I get into this, um, generally speaking, I'm self-taught. I started art 4 or 5 years ago. I think 5 years ago now, almost. And I taught myself most of this stuff. And then I was like, well, I should probably go to school for something else in case art doesn't work out. So I chose graphic design. And it's definitely influenced me over the years, but I started art completely self-taught. I mean, I guess I should have expected it with how hard you always go with lettering. But it's definitely become more of a thing, like as time has gone on. But I've always kind of used pretty heavy graphic stuff. But lately, I'm like, oh, what if I could mix this new aesthetic I have with the old, like with my illustration? And that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out recently, how to do that. So yeah, Glog, to answer your question, typography very simply is just the study of words and how we draw them. So like it is literally just lettering. So this is typography. This is typography. Oops. Basically, it's how to make fonts and like different kinds of text and whatnot for what you want to do. It's an art essentially. Um, So like this is Arial. This is like as basic as it gets. This is a modified version of Helvetica, which came out in the 1930s ish. Actually, I think I have Helvetica around here. Where's Neuhaus? Where's my Neuhaus? Here we go. So this is Helvetica. This came out back in like the 40s, I think. This is a pretty old font. And this is the one most places these days use, or some modification of it. Uh, this is Arial, which is what's used by most computer operating systems. So someone had to design these to be readable. Basically, this is the word words, but someone had to design this W so that it would look this way, or this letter R so that this little triangle would be in the right spot, or this little triangle at the D would be the right spot. Everything was designed in a certain way so that if you were far away, you could still read it. If you were close up, you could still read it. That sort of thing. Swiss style in general, my beloved, I'm not original. Yeah. So typography is just the designing of the style of words and whatnot. And so, yeah, a lot of work had to go into getting some of these. For example, this is Arcane 9, which is a free font that I think I found like years ago now. But like, you see how just the changing of like where the R is placed in comparison, or like where how the O is shaped or whatnot, it gives a different vibe. Even just the spaces between each letter will give a different illusion of the shape of that word. And the idea is you're basically trying to take the shape of the word and the way the letters are organized and give them character, is what you're doing. Uh, AMCAP is a pretty fun one. This is like Impact, but better. Um, 8-bit fonts. All of these have their sort of purposes. An 8-bit font is specifically designed to fit in an 8-bit integer system. So like you're designing the letters to fit in the smallest amount of space possible. It's like this is just like something I'm going to design real quick. So you need it, let's say you have a screen that's really, really small. You only have like so many pixels available. You want to design it so that anyone can read this at this really, really tiny size. Actually, this S should be a little wider. And that's what you're doing essentially. This is what typography is. There's way more to it than that, but fundamentally at the end of the day, it's the study of type, and that's what you're doing. I love sprite fonts dearly. I always love mixing things up with my letters to have sprite. Yeah, sprite fonts are a ton of fun to make. I've made a bunch of them just for fun. I should probably post some of them actually at some point. I've made a lot of fonts in my spare time, mostly sprite fonts, but every single font has something about it that was designed for a specific kind of character. It was designed with something in mind. Yeah, this is I don't know what this is. I got it years ago. Black Chancery is pretty fun. This is Block. Bremen is a classic one. This is an old font from like 1890s, I think. Bronx is pretty fun. Bullet is pretty fun. I really like Bullet. It's really good for posters. Uh, this is Build. Chitown is a classic one I've used a lot. Bishop has its own place for sure. Demo mode is pretty fun. Durbank is a classic one. If any of you know any of my old work, I use Durbank like a lot. I use this font all the time. Yeah, uh, they're fun. Fonts are pretty cool. They're cool to mess with. They're cool to just do some stuff with, that sort of thing. Yeah, I love looking. I love stupid looking fonts. They all kind of have their place. Like if you know how to use them, I don't. I've never seen a font that I don't think you couldn't make work. Like there's some that are just like poorly designed, but I still think like you can still like make stuff work if you try. Words. Serbi is a cool font. These are all a bunch of cool fonts. Yeah, no, it's fun to mess around with font stuff. Obviously, I think generally speaking, it's fine if you just like play with fonts and whatnot. I've wanted to create my own fonts just for that sort of thing, just for fun. But like obviously, if you're like selling something, you gotta make sure it's like a license thing or whatever. But yeah, generally speaking, fonts are fun. They're cool to play with. Still outspoken in liking Comic Sans, more specifically for Comic Noi readability. Are you into Mario Kart? I promise this is related. I used to be a long time ago. I was really good at Mario Kart, but I haven't played in a long time because I don't have a Switch. Uh, Honestly, Comic Sans is pretty good. People knock Comic Sans, but it's low key actually kind of a good font. If you, it's like it has like meme potential, but honestly, as like a readable font, it's not that bad. I think Comic Noi is better, but like I wouldn't use it for a design, but for something readable, I probably would, because that's literally what it was designed for. It was designed for CRT monitors, so if you look at it on a CRT monitor, it actually does look pretty good. Shout out the kids. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. Okay, back to the drawing. Sorry, I got distracted there. I say I'm thinking like one like thigh kind of covering here, but this one is completely empty over here. But yeah, I mean, if that's something you guys want to see, I could totally do like a whole typeface at some point. I've definitely wanted to for a while. Uh, like I have a lot of cool designs, I think, for especially like pixelized typefaces because these are really easy to do. So like I've had a couple in mind that would be super easy to do. Damn it. Yeah, I could just make these for fun. Actually, I think in the early Lemanox streams, sorry, not streams, what am I saying? The early Lemanox like development cycles, I actually did make like a custom font for the game. I've noticed that a lot of games these days lack that. The reason TF2, for example, has held up so well is just because its font was custom made, and so everything in game that uses that font is actually like it's to the aesthetic, as opposed to most games which usually like they lack that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean like if any of you guys need like a font designer at some point, a typographer, any kind of designer for like just graphical stuff, you know who to call. This is like my thing. Like this is what I do basically. Is adding a bit of sheen to this. Okay. I think this is like pretty much done. What do you think, Mark? Like for the outfit, I think. We had like a bangle here just for fun. Oh no, it should be on the other hand just to detail it. Understood. No, it's all right. There's no impetus or stress, don't worry. Yeah, I'm thinking like a really big fancy ass like bangle on her arm. Yes, it goes super super hard. Thank you. I'm really really happy with how this came out. Like this is probably another one of my favorite designs, I think. This is a ton of fun. Now I gotta do your head, and that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a little tough. Okay, I think I see it. Let me move this over to this side, just so I have a better view. So this is gonna be a little different than how I usually do heads, because she's definitely got a unique head shape. Also, what kind of expression would you like for her, Mark? It's a really fun video about all the universe branding in the latest Mario Kart game. I think you'd enjoy a lot. I think I know what you're talking about. I think it showed up on my feed. I just didn't check it out. Her tail is especially noted to be large, of course. No worries. I'm going to make her tail huge. Don't worry. Yeah, what kind of expression are we going for here? Let's see. Any idea yet, Mark? I think maybe a bit curious and inquisitive, but please. Okay, I think I can do that. I have an idea. Okay, perfect. Let's add this in. Like she was just trying on the outfit for the first time and quite liking it. Sure, why not? All right, let's do it. Let's get this in. How's her eye shape look, actually? Uh, okay, I think I have an idea. Question: what do you think about square pupils, Mark? Or do you want her irises to be like circular, kind of? Damn, yeah, awesome character, Mark. Yeah, you have a really nice character, Mark. I love like raptor kind of characters a lot. What do you think of this style of pupil, Mark? Like the kind of like I was thinking of going for like the stereotypical like slit, because reptilian character, but also like kind of making it squarey almost. What do you think? What do you think of that? Maybe a bit more eyelash. Square pupils would be neat and kind of could fit the genetic engineer, but perhaps rectangular there. Neat, neat. Yes, thank you. Yeah, of course. Dude, no, I love this. I love your character. She's super neat. I love all the characters I come across, but it's definitely unique to have a kind of like a raptor style character. This is really fun. Definitely don't get a lot of these. Give her like kind of like a soft smile. So raptors are probably my favorite species of all time. Fair enough. I was never one of those like people who was ever super into dinosaurs, but I do really like raptors. Raptors are pretty fun. Really trying to get her eye shape like distinct. Not. Let me see. Ooh, I actually do kind of like that a lot. Yeah, I was never into dinosaurs when I was younger, but when I was a late teenager, discovered they had feathers in it. Yeah, it worked. It just happened. Okay, I was thinking of giving her kind of like a hairstyle. What do you think of this? Because since she is a raptor, I imagine that they would have a very different kind of like aesthetic going on. What do you think of this? Like this? Is this good? I really like kind of building on like a character when I get them, kind of obviously within the permission of like the artist and or like the person's character and whatnot. But like I like kind of adding bits on that I think kind of insinuate other things. What do you think of this look? The crest styling goes really hard. Yeah, I think it looks really nice. I think it suits her too. I'm getting like kind of slightly adventurous vibes from her, but also kind of homely. Homebody who probably wants to do more. That's the kind of vibe I got. Yeah. Wishes she could go on an adventure like one of her books or video games. Okay, and then I'll add in the line cresting here. Okay, this is really fun actually. Okay, okay, I went way overboard with this. Uh, I might have to make her head a little smaller actually. Her head's kind of big. Just to fit in more of the neck, I think I'm gonna have to make her head smaller. Let's try. Too many thoughts, head full. Yeah. Rectifying that real quick. Might make her hair a little bit messier, a little bit fluffier maybe. No, this is kind of... Hmm. What do you think? How's this? I think her eye needs to be a teeny bit smaller too. Perfect, I think. Oh, gosh, yeah, it looks wonderful. Oh man, I'm glad so. Okay, question. I had a thought. What do you think? Single, like, feather, just forward, way too forward. Like, it's like messy hair almost. Do it? Okay, alright, that's staying, that's staying. Okay, I think this is good. I think we have her design. Okay, man, I'm really happy with how she came out here. This is probably one of my one of the this is like when I did Orion's and like the design came out like really nice for the outfit. I'm super happy with the character in this one. Oh my gosh, makes me think of like P-Fell and I've been loving them lately. Ooh, you would love my OC Soraya actually. Wait, let me grab her. You would love my character Soraya from my old web series. Okay, I only have her sheet here. Did I only upload? I can't believe I didn't upload any of her art. I didn't draw her too much, but like, it's just so cute. Oh, I'm really glad so. So this is my old OC Soraya. I really think you'd like her. Let me see. She was like a agricultural ministress in the story. She was like super kind of wise but very sarcastic. And she was kind of like the mother hen of the whole story. Usually kind of got involved when things got a little too out of hand. Let me see. Where's the... Gosh, where is this sheet? I loved her and her Corvid fellow too. Oh, Ritzy, yeah. Oh man, when if I do eventually plan to get back to the Halcyon series. It's gonna be completely different, but like when I do eventually get to it, man, it's gonna be so fun to draw these characters again. And this was yeah, this is the character sheet, I think. I was really happy with how her outfit came out. Oh man, damn it, I kind of want to draw it again. Let's see. You know, I'm super proud of how her outfit came out here. Okay, what am I? Oh, I see now. I understand now. And then here, ooh, actually this would be translucent. So like this would actually kind of show, oh no, that's not the translucent part, never mind. Let's see. But you know, someday when I get back to that, it's gonna be really fun. Okay, that's the detailing. And I think I can delete this. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna line over some parts of her head and then we're gonna finish up. And then I think this should be good, just to go color. Let me clean this part up of her hair a teeny bit. Give her more of a forehead. This specifically under hoodie thing is so fun. Thank you. Like, there's so many. Like I said, one of my favorite things to do ever with characters is like kind of add on to them and like really show kind of what I think really stands out about them and like kind of exaggerate it a little bit. It's the Jade project I've had in mind for a long time is basically that on steroids. And so like it's one of my favorite things to do ever. And so I was like, well, why don't I just do like a whole thing about it? But yeah, no, this is a really nice, like fun thing to do. I really appreciate that you like all like the little details that I'm adding in for her because I think it's just like neat. But yeah, character design is like my thing ever. I love doing it. So that and like just like it's just yapping sometimes is pretty fun. Yeah, I really like that. I'm glad since I love developing characters out this way, and yes, of course, they're all absolutely wonderful. Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, no, if you're curious to see more of my character design, you can definitely check out like my FA and stuff. Like I've got way more stuff on there for character design. Yapping is so real. It is indeed. I mean, I enjoy doing these streams a lot, so I definitely love to yap a whole bunch. Her tail. Oh my god, I almost forgot her tail. Every single time. Hang on, where's the... Let me check the background real quick. Okay, so more of the bend should be over here. Of course, you get a ton of awesome characters. Thank you. Out of curiosity, do you have any like personal favorites of the characters I've done? And then, okay, so she has like little pips going across. Okie dokie. God, she's so tall. I think I actually have to lower her down a little bit. I'm so biased for the neck, but it's gonna be so hard to squish her in. There we go. Just kind of ink that in there. Let me see. Lower here a teeny, teeny, teeny bit. I think this is the only character I've actually had to like lower down, just because her neck is so big. Okay, that's perfect. I think that's really balanced. And she looks fine on the circle, so now I can move to color. Does this look good? Any last changes before I move to color? Anything at all I gotta change? Honestly, all the Liminox characters are so distinct and lovely, with the shapes of each thing you mentioned. Looks good. Amber, you're my lucky charm. Oh, thank you, one. And excellent. Sure thing. I'll keep going with the color then. Actually, I should probably get a ref for this. Yeah, she's a bit more teal than that. Okay. This is a job place. Call me back. Oh, that's great, dude. I'm really glad to hear it. Actually, I think I'll go with the dark first. And then I'll add in... Yeah, I'll add in her teal. And I'll probably mess around with that a little bit. No, seriously, one. That's really good to hear, dude. I'm really glad for you. Oh, she has a pretty good color palette already, actually. I do like the way this kind of meshes. Hmm. Okay. Colors, I think I'm going to have to lock in a little here. Because I have an idea for what her color palette should look like, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Oh shit. I accidentally put the details on the same layer. Let me fix that. Let me see. Okay, I think I have an idea of how this is going to go. Man, I do really like the bird bias. What a vibe. Oh man. You know, Ritzy is definitely... He was one of the first characters I ever did, I think, too. That's a esoteric. Let me try something here. Yeah, I'm doing the hoodie part. This part's gonna be a little tough because of just the way translucency works on certain objects, but I think I can figure it out. It would be the opposite, or like that. No, I'll just leave it like that for now. Let's see. Okay, I think I see how this works. Orange. That's what I'm gonna do. She needs orange. A little more like a yellowish orange. And then like a silver here. Maybe it should be a bit darker, actually. Hmm. Orange is a fun contrast. Yeah, orange is generally my go-to for contrast with anything blue, usually. Uh, just color theory and the like. Hmm. But I kind of like her staying just one dark color. Hang on, let me try something. Hmm. I like the idea of this being just like nylon almost, kind of just darkening her a little bit. Yeah, like that. Let me get her teal. Let me colorize her a tiny bit here with the gradient. Ooh, also fun. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to like chip at her a little bit, like bit by bit, just to figure out her look, kind of. Here we go. All right, first color is in. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I really like this so far, though. Let me see. What about, like... I like how blue it looks. That's the problem. I kind of want to stay with that. So if I just stuck with that? Just with a ridiculous amount of contrast here and there. Okay, so more of the hoodie there. Blue is also neat. It is. I'm just like thinking out loud. How is this gonna work? No, the dark looks really good there. Like this. This looks good. Hmm. Something ain't right. But I don't know what's not right. It's a missing color somewhere. Oh, never mind. That was it. I just needed to do that. That's all. Uh, yeah, like this. I'm trying to add a white to her that is more distinct. Like it would have to be almost gray, I think, like this. Let me try this. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I don't know. Let me go back to the dark. Okay, well that's too basic. This is too white. Really locked in for the color on this one. Okay, well that looks good, actually. That's a good contrast. Too much there, too much here. What if this was just white? I kind of like that. A little bit. It's just this top part here that's going to be tough. I kind of do like that, actually. Let me mess with this a bit. Oh, it's so fun. I honestly never would have imagined an outfit colored like this ever working, but it definitely is. Yeah, I am definitely not used to darker colored stuff, but honestly, it's pretty fun to mess with. You gotta experiment every now and then, you know? Let me add a little bit of contrast on this gradient too. Gone out the window. The sing have gone out the window. I'm listening to in case anyone's curious of the song I'm listening to. I can tell you love blue. It definitely shows. I really like blue too. It's a nice color to mess with. Um, but yeah, for those curious, I'm listening to When It's Over by Sugar Ray. This is the song that's kind of also been stuck in my head for a little bit. Let me set up the orange highlight here. Less saturated. Have gone out the window. Ooh. Oh, that works a little too well with the teal. The trick is just going to be the hoodie. This is the hardest part to get styled right. It's the hoodie that's going to be hard because I have to get that like opalescent kind of look in without making it look too funky. Like that's the hard part because it can't distract too much from the rest of the body. And then that's going to be the trick now, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to do her underside of her tail. Oh, did that not? There we go. Let me add in this part. There we go. Oh, I really like how this is coming out. There we go. Perfect. Or maybe this should be round, actually, yeah. No, straight. Easier to see. The window. I think I'm actually going to keep this line here black because I think it contrasts a lot better. Maybe like a slightly lighter. Also, thank God there hasn't been too much construction noise for the past little bit. Is her iris actually, is her sclera a different color? Or is it just like coloring thing? Okay, no. Her sclera is white, right, Mark? Just out of curiosity. Like, that's fine. Okay, perfect. God, I'm so locked in for her design. It's crazy. Oh, right. I forgot the front of her face is also white. Uh, ooh, and then I'll just make this dark. It is crazy, crazy good. Oh, well, thank you, dude. She's got a really fun design. I'm really enjoying this one for sure. There we go. I sound a teeny bit less enthusiastic because my brain is trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do the hoodie. Like how that's gonna look. Oh, you're managing to make her design even more fun. Like I said, I love adding to characters. Like it's probably one of the most fun like things I can do with my art that I just generally really enjoy. TV shows have gone out the window. Wrestling with the paint bucket tool. Sorry. Always a joy to do that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'm gonna try something. What if... And then this is... What do you think of her hair being like this, out of curiosity? I think it's maybe a little more saturated, actually. You think this is good? I think it fits her color palette a little more. Like the soft kind of yellow, like makes a bit more sense, I think. It looks a bit prettier. There we go, like that. Teeny bit less saturated. Nothing got in the way, babe. Here we go. That is neat. All right. I'll leave it like that, but if you change your mind, just feel free to say. Out the window. God, this song is so stuck in my head. Do you like the gradients that do the hue shift? Okay, I want to give her a look that's like kind of fast, if that makes any sense. Like with these little dots. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'm missing something. Right, the hoodie. That's what I'm missing. This is going to be tough. Ooh, wait. Maybe not that tough, actually. Maybe this is yellow, actually. Hold up. The spots make her go faster? Yeah, they probably do. Yeah, I'm thinking the yellow looks really good, but I'm going to mess with it a little bit just to see. This is always the hard stuff with transparency. Just getting it to actually look transparent is really tough. So like in its own way, I kind of do have to shade this a teeny bit just to get the anisotropics and... Oh no, caustics? It would be caustics, wouldn't it? Or is that just for water? No, caustics is something else. What am I thinking of? Yeah, whatever. Transparency. Close enough. No, it doesn't look quite right. Beyond my vocabulary. Okay, so caustics is like the you know the light you see underwater, like the light going through the water. That's caustics. For the color to be, for the color specifically, awesome. Okay, perfect. That's great. Okay, okay, okay. So we're on the right track here. There we go. I think this is good. And I think I'm gonna saturate this a little bit more. So I have a trick for this sort of thing. Make this blue. To get an idea of how this would look. Okay, so this is gonna be this, and then this is gonna be this. Perfect. Hmm. All right, let's try this out. I have an idea. Hmm. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna test a cyan look one time. Or maybe she does have a lot of purple. What if I try purple? And then what if I also make her hair kind of purple? Just very, very lightly purple. Okay, what do you think of this? Thoughts on the purple? I don't know how I feel about the purple personally, but what do you think? Definitely fun. I like keeping with the purple. Okay, we'll mess with the purple a little bit. Yeah, I know. I did also really like the orange. Let me mess with this a little bit. See what happens. I'll do both, just to test, because I'm now invested in this too. I want to find this one out. I have an idea. I just want to try it. Let's see. What does this look like with a more orange? Ooh, the pink looks really good. Orange. Okay, yeah, let me try both. I'm also happy. I just remembered. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Pink looks good. I don't know. I'm gonna test a couple of them out and see what happens. Which one looks best? Let me see now. This will probably be better somewhere else. Ooh, maybe across the top. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right up here. No, maybe not. Straight down the middle. Maybe. Oh no, I know where to put it. Really going wacky with the font here. And then the D is just like a D. Ooh, okay, that goes kind of hard. I do really like the way that looks. And then maybe it's like shiny too. Let's try the orange. What does the orange shine look like? No, not. Oops. Maybe just the blue shine? Okay, the blue definitely looks really cool with the shine. I'm keeping that for sure. Uh, I should probably add a gradient to the dark parts, actually, before I forget. Little more gray. I'm so locked in for the colors on this one, you have no idea. Like that. That's good, I think. Go down here. Does it look without the hoodie, though? Just real quick. Okay, that's fine. I was just worried the hoodie was diluting how I was seeing it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try the orange. Just for fun. Beyond happy with how the colors are coming out. Oh, thank God, dude. I'm really happy. That makes me happy to hear. Let me try something here. Then turn this darker. Ooh. Interesting. Let me see. And then this sleeve. Let me just fix that. Get this in. Oh my God, please. Why is this so tough? Damn. That's kind of... What if I lower the contrast on this a bit? No. Okay, that doesn't work. This top part works fine. I don't know why the rest isn't. What if I just one color, uniform? I know, I'm having the same problem. All of them look kind of really good, and I don't like it because I can't decide which one to use. It's like it's pissing me off a little. Like why do all of them have to look good? I know. All of them look too good. One of them one of them has to look better. I don't know. Oh God, I do really like the pink. Hey, let me go back to this. Wait a minute. I have an idea. What if I try something? Ooh! Oh, okay. All right, we found it. We found the one. Dude, we found the one. This is it. This is it. Look at this. No, 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 no. Look at this. Oh, okay. That's perfect. There we go. Okay, that's the one. That looks so good. Hang on. Let me see if I can get her hair to match. Okay, I really, really, really like that. I'm gonna get her hair to match a little bit. I know, it goes so crazy, doesn't it? It looks awesome. Oh, that's gorgeous. By Jove, I've done it again. Okay, I think her hair actually looks fine. Like this. Just a curiosity. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dude, I'm so proud of how this color came out. This is so nice. It's like it's not metallic, but it's got a metallic translucent sheen to it, and it's well beyond my abilities to explain. I think the term is just pearlescent. Like that's generally how I've seen this kind of look called. This is really fun. The window. I'm still listening to this song, by the way. It's really stuck in my head. What if I just make her hair like this, but then like dark? Ooh. What do you think of the goth hair? And then maybe this transitions to. Sometimes you just gotta have a song stuck in your head. Yeah, no, I literally do it all the time. What do you think? Are we going with the goth look? Just the dark hair? I really, really like this look on her, dude. Oh, dude, no, you have no idea how happy I am how this came out. Okay, I need to save this. This is crazy. Like that came out so well. So that's how you do it. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little nuts real quick. Hang on. Hang on, I wanna do something. Okay. Screen, maybe no. Hard light. Maybe just normal. So happy. No, it came out really nice, I think. I want to give it like a slight glow. I don't know how to achieve that. Let me play around with this a teeny bit more. Dude, you would have loved. I know you said you liked Ritzy, so you would have loved some of the details I did on the clothing in Halcyon Bronze. Um, because this reminds me of that. One of the things it's nowhere near as like complex as this, but like one of the ideas I had was, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You can see it best on you can see it best on Ritzy's collar. Let me grab it. So like one of the concepts I had for Halcyon Bronze was that the cops see this collar that they have. So this is actually transparent. I didn't entirely know how to do that at the time, but this collar is transparent because it's made of glass. And the idea I had was they actually have a light that shoots into the collar. And depending on the color of that light, is like a different thing for what they're doing. So like when they're just on the beat walking around, the color is like yellow, like kind of yellowish white. And then when they're in pursuit of someone, it turns red. So it's like bright red. And so that way, the other police officers would be able to see exactly where those cops are at all times because the city had these big towers that were placed throughout the whole place where watchers could communicate with radios and they could see exactly where every officer was at any given time so that they could coordinate like chases and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of this a tiny bit. Uh, it's nowhere near the same, but it kind of reminds me a little bit. And I really, really like that concept. So I really, really, really like this hoodie. Uh, okay, that's a little too much shine, I think. Pin light, or maybe just shine. And then just like make it like no, I think it's actually perfect like this. This is probably like the best look I've ever seen. It's like a non-electronic map view. You look down from above. Yeah, that was the idea. Because they didn't really have the technology that we would have. They had some tech that was way ahead of its time, and then they had some tech that was really behind. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if they could just like do something like that? That'd be kind of neat. And so that's what I did. Okie dokie. Okay, this is probably the coolest like little look thing I've done for just a single piece. I'm really happy with that. That came out so nice. Just gonna add a couple more little details on her chest area. What do you think? Should the chest also be covered by it or no? It's up to you. What do you think? I will defer to your judgment. This is without it. This is with. Without. With. Bum. Bum. Yeah, honestly, personally, I can't decide. I actually think it looks better without it, but I'm not too sure. So I'm deferring to your judgment because I'm not 100% on it. Tell you what, let's leave that for later. In the meantime, we'll color some of these lines. Does it look better with blue or the reddish lines? This might be one of those characters I actually don't have to color the lines in for. I know. I think I'm actually going to keep it off just so it looks correct for the neck. So it looks like the neck is coming down, which was the intention. Yeah, I might actually keep her lines like warm. Fair, fair, fair. Yeah, her lines look really good. This kind of like brownish warm color. I actually kind of prefer it. It's like a good contrast with the coat. Okay, last little detail I just need to add in is her iris, and that shouldn't be too hard. Ooh, reflective. Okay, so I know this isn't really the color of her iris, but what do you think of something like this that actually matches kind of the pearlescent look of her coat? And then this would be like a purple down here. No, lighter. No, that's a little too distracting. Okay, better base. And the green would be the shine, because that's the reflective part. Maybe a deeper green, more yellow. Like that. What do you think of this? Maybe a slight tinge of pink in there, where the two connect. I will have to darken her hair actually up here. I dig that green, definitely. Ooh. Excellent. Here we go. Just darken the dark parts of her face. Now I'm not sure if I want to actually color in these parts of her as like blue, because I think she actually looks really good with the warm. This part I'm not sure about. I think I'll do a couple parts and nothing else too crazy. Wait, the eye is very pretty. Thank you. And I'll just color in some of the lighter parts of her just so they blend more. And then I think, I'm pretty sure that's more or less done for colors. I'm going to do a quick experiment with this, like her little coat. And her hair too. I'm not fully satisfied with this yet. I still want to test out the blue, but maybe like a darker blue. Maybe this blue actually. Yeah, I think that's a little easier on the eyes. How do these just keep getting better? It's insane. It's because I'm having a lot of fun with this one, that's why. I have fun with all of them, but like, whenever I get like a unique design that I can just really just mess around with, it's really neat. Ooh, wait, hold up. I'm also getting a lot better at doing them. Like, I have more time, I have more practice now, so I'm definitely getting better at them. Let me make this a little more apparently transparent. There we go. And I think that's perfect. Actually, no, it kind of looks better with that dark contrast. I'll leave it like that, except for this part. This part can piss off. Okay, I don't see anything particularly grand that I need to massively edit, so I think I'm just going to move on to color. Sorry, color. I'm going to move on to the background and text, because I think this is pretty much done. Okay, this one was fun. This one reminds me of the one with Orion. Like I'm getting similar vibes from when I was doing that outfit. This is really fun. You have a neat character, dude. There we go. I might just keep that like that, actually. Oh, wait, no. The circle is misaligned. Really fun stream. I'm getting off to take a break. Awesome stuff with these. Have fun. Thank you, Max. Enjoy your break. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, this is gonna piss me off. I just know this circle is gonna make me tweak. Okay, background's in. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is where things get kind of tough. Like I said, you're making her even neater for sure. Well, I'm just really glad you enjoy it. I love kind of it is fundamentally like making changes, but like I like kind of adding to these characters because like I like that people like the ideas that I have for them too. It's always really fun to see that. Actually, no, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That seems to fit pretty well. I might saturate that a teeny bit more. Lighten it a little. There we go. Any idea for the dialogue, or should I just come up with whatever? This looks really good, actually. Yeah, I really like this. Oh my god, why am I scrolling so far? Where is this font? There we go. I can't think of anything. Okay, do you have any idea for the dialogue at all, or should I just do it? I don't have anything specifically. No worries. I'll just leave this here for now. Oh, actually, stupid simple, but like almost like she's promoting the clothing brand almost. This is fun. I like that it's kind of like she's on a poster almost. Almost. Yes, almost. I completely forgot how to English for a moment. I need a word that's a little longer than good just to balance this out. Or maybe good pick. That balances it out. And then 2 more spaces and then bring this up to 900. 900 points should be good. And then oh, okay, or Sai could just do that. Ooh. This one has aura. I really like it. You know, definitely better from above. Holy moly. I'm telling you, I'm having a lot of fun with this one. Okay, and then wait, down here I'm gonna put Mark, out of curiosity, is she the type to like ramble a little bit? Does she ramble? I like it, punchy. Because if she rambles, I have a really fun. Definitely. Okay. 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 I have an idea. I have an idea. So what if the big text is here and then the ramble text is at the bottom and it's like really, really small? So it's like kind of like a subtext kind of thing. So you really gotta zoom in there to see it. Do you love that? Like the confidence at first and then yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I had in mind. There's just gonna be a lot of typing here. That is a lot of text. Okay. Where the hell am I gonna put all this? What does it look like as an overlay? Ooh, wait. Hold up. Idea. Idea, 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 idea. I haven't done anything like this quite just yet before. But what if I try it? Damn. Okay, that is really exaggerated when it changes. What if it like goes over a little bit? Absolutely. Pin light maybe? No, definitely not lighten. Exclude. No, not subtract. Lighten doesn't work. Darken definitely doesn't work. Where's pin light? Can I not do pin light for text? That's annoying. Where's pin light? There we go. No, not really. Hard mix doesn't. Ooh, fun. Because the thing is, I kind of want to keep all the text there. Maybe it's just behind her. Yeah, maybe the text just goes behind her. Simple as. But I kind of want it to be visible. Oh my god, okay. Fair. God, I wish I had if I had a circle text tool inside, this would be a lot easier. Because then I could oh, idea. Wait, I have an idea. Okay. What if it's like in the circle? Yeah, 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 yeah. What? Oh. What? What is it doing? Oh, it's a text layer. That's why. I feel kind of silly. Is that the same? That's the same. Okay, 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 okay. So, this is gonna take a while. It would be way easier if I had like, I know Photoshop has pretty good tools for this, but I'm not about to buy an Adobe subscription just for some text. It's actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. Yeah, Adobe is kind of annoying. Yeah, okay. Way more space between these. I'm really liking how this is coming out. This is fun. I like this. No, it should cut off at the end. I am eyeballing this, so it might be a little inaccurate. And then I might have to pull that in a little bit more. One down. Making a magnum opus here. Okay. Then this one goes here. Almost got it. Love it. So real. Thank you. I'm so like absolutely focused on the text that I'm not really reading the chat, but oh my gosh. I'm really happy to see that. I just checked now. I'm super glad to hear that you like it. Okay. I messed up the text a little, so I kind of have to redo this. Totally fine. It's no issue. It's not a problem at all. Remotely. Done. Okay. And finished. What happens if I put that as shine? No. Screen? No. Multiply? Nope. Okay. We're sticking with overlay. I think I can move this out a little bit more, just so it's not super in the way per neck. Is this still readable? No, no it's not. Not without the exclamation point. Let's clean this up a tiny bit. And just clean this up. Yeah, it's mostly just me saying how much I like. No, again, I really appreciate it. That's the goal here, right? Make sure the commissioner likes it. There we go. Okay, yeah, I had a ton of fun with this. Okay, yeah, I sent you the total for the payment, Mark. By all means, just feel free to pay that and whatnot. It's totally up to you and whatnot. Yeah, and this is done, pretty much. Let me clean this up a bit here. Damn, okay, this is probably one of my favorites so far. For sure. This came out really good, I think. I'm just cleaning up the text a little more so it looks just right. Oh man, this came out so nice. Okay, I think that's officially done. God. Okay, yeah, that was like a 2-hour stream. Perfect timing too, because I was actually thinking of finishing it off here anyway. But yeah, looks like we're done for the day. Really, really nice work. Thank you, Spire. Oh, no, I love doing these streams. Honestly, it's just I'm super glad that you guys enjoy them too. Uh, yeah, there we go. That's perfect now. Okay, that is done. I might adjust this a teeny bit more. so it fits a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. And we're done. Okay. Thank you all for coming onto the stream. We had two really good ones, honestly, today. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm really happy with how this one came out, for sure. All right, Mark, I'm going to send you the full res versions over Discord. And thank you again a ton for like just supporting it. It's a huge it means a bunch. Thank you. Also, payment came through. Looks great. All right. So let me just finish that up. I'm just going to export these and then I'll send them over to you. Okie dokie, and that should be done. Oh, are they not coming? And the NoFX version real quick. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the tip, dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, this was a really fun one. I had a ton of fun with this. And done. Okay, I will leave that there. Two really good ones today in a really fun stream. Thank you all for joining. This was a joy. Just a little bit because you went above and beyond. Well, I'm really glad. Like I said, I had a ton of fun. But all right, thank you all for coming for the stream. If more people buy slots, so far only 2 of the slots have been sold. I still got 4 spots left. That might be changing the next day or two. But until then, there's still 4 slots left, at least until the end of the week. And thank you all for watching the stream, though there's probably going to be more of these to come. But yeah, thank you all. Everyone have a nice night.